Before we had rights, we had taste, and we could wither you.
Put that on a t-shirt, Bunny.
Before we had rights, we had taste, and we could declare you're over.
Sloppy seconds. Oh, Diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. Now on with the show. How you sops, you stupid little you nasty little you dirty little. Welcome to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. I'm Meatball, and that's Big Dipper.
Hello out there, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We're happy to be back. You told me I had to button this up all the way to the top.
I just wanted to see what it looked like, because I couldn't tell if it was buttoned all the way up or not.
Oh, because I had too much chin.
I was just looking. You were seated and I was standing, and I couldn't tell.
You were seated and I was standing.
I think it was the beard. Hi, I just want to say thank you for joining Sloppy Seconds, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you don't ever miss an episode.
That's right. We love being here on YouTube with you, so thanks for checking us out.
Today's guest is a bona fide drag legend who's a quick-witted comic, a big-wigged icon, a disco devotee who launched an entire drag empire.
And we'll miss her.
And we're going to miss that dead old bitch. She's toured the world. She's roasted the children. She's DJ'd at your favorite parties. So gird your loins and welcome the one, the only, the truly iconic, the dead, Lady Bunny!
Lady Bunny!
Hello.
Hi,
hello.
Bunny.
Hi, Meatball. Hi, dear Big Dipper.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm having fun in L.A.
She's like, who are you?
Hi, Meat Bird.
Delta.
What?
Oh, you lost weight.
Oh, well, thank you.
So you're enjoying LA. You said you came out here for a little bit of sunshine.
I did, because we've had back-to-back blizzards, and
Yeah.
I'm done with it. And the skin, this radiator burnt skin.
You need the
has
sun
to
on the skin.
heal. Yeah, I needed some vitamin D, not your filthy.
Well, we
your
of course
filthy-
were like, okay, I've told this story before, but the first time you came out here and did some podcasts, I picked you up at your hotel, and you were staying at the dump hotel in Hollywood.
And
I'm just saying. So my
frugal.
my assumption is that you came out here for a little vitamin D in more sense of the word, but you apparently are a nun.
You're
these
done
days.
with penis now.
look, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Around the same time that you start to lose interest in sex, nobody wants your old anyway. So, because we're animals and we give off pheromones, pheromones which say, put it here, and let me put it in there. Or will you? Are you gonna be able to have a kid?
Can we bring
Patrick,
a
we need
napkin?
paper towels.
It's not crazy. We're okay.
I'll just lick it up.
Put it in here.
Don't ruin the new wig. Don't ruin the new wig.
Or that dress.
I got this new wig from Outfitters Wigs in Hollywood.
Period.
Who, for a long time, I'll say I would talk shit about, but I didn't realize they have a new owner, and the lady's nice now. So go back there.
BB, she is very nice.
BB.
They were very mean before they handed it over to her, and
I didn't like the business model over there beforehand.
which was never give you what
Scamming?
you wanted.
Yeah,
and-
never ask for it. Tell you it's going to be ready on a certain time. You call them the morning that they say it's supposed to be ready, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it'll be ready. Come at noon." You come, and they're working on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't it wild though? Like, even with hairdressers, gay or straight,
Straight hairdressers.
They are so weird. Well, straight women hairdressers. I mean, you get something good if they're in a good mood.
Yeah,
right.
You know, I literally had a guy that lived upstairs from me that would do my wigs, and his boyfriend had cancer, lost his hair, and the boyfriend wanted for his lover to style another wig that looked just like the old one. And the lover told his boyfriend with cancer, "I can't make that style with this wig that you got." And the lover said, "It's the same wig." So hairdressers are just crazy. Of course he could make that style. It was the exact same wig. They just will say anything if they're in a good mood or if they're in a bad mood. But I also got a pretty wig from Sarah Andrews. Little plug. Bitter Betty
Bitter
Wig
Betty.
Takeout in Nashville.
Love
where I
wig
came from.
takeout. Now, I want to go back to the term lover.
Okay.
You like that term? You use that term?
I like that term.
You do?
I like it.
This is my lover.
I mean, it often means you have one.
Unless you're
You
Bob.
have one lover. Yeah,
Bob.
I have a lover.
Lovers.
But it's great for explaining a relationship that you're like, we're not in a relationship. We're just lovers.
But to me,
It's just that.
But that's crazier because I feel like the term love goes along with a relationship. So lover,
like if you said like in the 1900s,
is that falling over? Eris, the yellow background is falling over.
your guests are falling apart. Your set
This is
falling
crazy.
apart.
Lovers. Do you have a lover?
No, I don't. Only one guy still calls me and that when he said the last thing he said was, "Bunny, it's been 3 years because I haven't seen him since before COVID."
And he calls you Bunny. Well, it's been
That's the only name he knows. But
it's been 6 years since COVID, just so you know.
oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, he probably said that a couple years ago, or maybe he's not very bright. Maybe he's not, maybe
he's dumb.
Maybe he doesn't see very well.
That's the kind of guy I like.
Yeah.
Not very bright.
But anyway, he's the only one that still calls. And do you want to get into the story now?
Yeah,
So,
tell us.
We were talking backstage, and someone put a picture of me up from one of those tours on a high stage, and I was wearing a mini dress, and the comment was, "She doesn't even tuck," and I was like, "Well, I try to, but at that point, I had one." Testicle. This is so gross.
Say
So
it.
it's
love
not
it.
like
Our crowd loves them.
I love
okay.
yeah.
So I had one testicle that had swelled up because of a water retaining, non-cancerous, non-dangerous growth. And they said that if you get it drained, is this a turn on? Come on.
Ooh, drain my
Yeah,
nuts.
drain my nut.
Oh, you literally had to drain your nut?
No. You have to drain it, and then it, in an office. And if it comes back, you have to have it surgically removed. But there are issues with that because you can't really walk or certainly not tuck with it in 2 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And certainly not dance around in a
You
kid's
can't
meal.
give
So
them the old.
right, the only guy that still calls me for sex is this 6'7" black guy. He's a messenger. I met him on the street. He just came up, to me. And here's what he likes to say. Not that I attract freaks or anything. When he's how your nut gets so big. Yo, you had a hernia, and that's what makes him. And I'm like, so when I had it drained, I went to San Francisco and I thought, oh my God, he's going to dump me because now both of my nuts are the same size.
Now, hold on.
And now
How your nut get so big? Oh, I'm coming.
I know, it's so sick. You had he
Sick!
he wants to fantasize about me having had a hernia, which I didn't even have. So anyway, then I find, and the sex was great. His was enormous, like beyond porn.
Where'd you put
like
it?
Exactly. I could fit like a third of it in my mouth, but it was fun to try, right?
Yeah, it
While
always
he, played with my deformed testicle. Lady nut. So
How your nut gets so big.
I know it was rotten. So then I finally had the surgery, and I haven't. No, he's terrible. He's a terrible guy, but the sex is good. The sex is good. He will
Isn't
text
that
me and
always the
say,
way?
"You want to get together with another man?" And I said, "I don't know. Let me see the picture." He sent a picture of a trans woman in bra and panties as the other man.
Rude.
And then one time he said, "You gonna
And you
wear?"
said, sure.
He texted me and said, "You gonna wear that red thong?" Again, I said, "That wasn't a red thong. That was blood." I told you, big.
Buddy!
All right.
So,
This is the shit that gets, well,
so
Okay,
it
finish up.
was it was a horrible situation, but now I just don't want to see him disappointed. That my nuts
your
are
nut
the
is
same
strange.
size and healthy, and there's no
That wasn't a
hernia,
thong.
and that's my love life in a nutshell.
We've all got
nutshell.
We've all got crazy stories about our lovers.
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you explain what's going on with this wig?
Oh, well, I just thought I would pay tribute to another New York legend and icon. This wig is very evocative to me of a factory worker by the name of Andy Warhol.
Oh, okay.
And
And
peers,
Bunny.
contemporaries.
Well, and I wanted to contemporaries. Okay.
There was a question on here that was like, how was Studio 54? And I was like, let's say, how was the pyramid?
Yeah, the Pyramid Club.
Well, I went to Studio 50. Studio 54 was probably closed by the time I got there in 83. It wasn't closed, but its heyday was done.
Yeah.
And, but they did reopen it for one special night party, maybe in the 2000s.
Yes.
And, I went with like white powder all over my nose and a bottle of poppers. I offered it to Mike Ruiz, and he said, "I'm in a lawsuit." I was like,
with who?
The Poppers
The Poppers?
Company. Yeah, and then I offered it to Carmen, the publicist from Studio 54, and I love that she took it. She was dancing all night, but no one there was fake coke all over my face, and everyone just acted like, oh, there's nothing wrong. We see nothing different. I was like,
That's the kind of stuff you can't get away with anymore.
I know.
They get mad at you for it.
I know.
I've tried.
All you want to do is a little hee hee ha ha.
I want to get a
joke.
ha-ha. I want to look crazy a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know how many dresses Meatball has stolen from you?
2.
1.
Okay.
Let me give it just 1.
That was what I was gonna say, but
Oh, okay.
I thought I gave it to you.
Well,
See,
no,
you're
you
not
tried
even a
to give me.
thief.
You tried to give me the blue one,
Oh,
but I wanted the rainbow one, so I took the rainbow one.
okay, audience. I'm still speaking to this thief. So
Yes. So steal from Lady Bunny.
She'll be your friend for life.
never-
Wait, let me
know.
come over when I'm in New York. I want to take some of your old stuff that you don't wear anymore. I'll pay for it.
Legacy garments.
I don't want you to come over. I want controlled environments like podcasts.
Meet me in a dark alley with a bunch of dresses.
Bring your lover.
We can do it like we're on Canal Street. You just kind of put them out on the street, and I'll buy them off you.
Okay,
Okay. She doesn't seem into that idea at all.
but lover is kind of an old-fashioned word. Like if you were a married woman of means, then you
Yes.
might say, "Oh, I'm bored with my husband. I might
gonna
take a
take a
lover."
lover. Yeah,
It's an
exactly.
old school word. But before there was gay marriage, of course, you called your partner your lover, and then partner became popular after
Yes. Because boyfriend was too overtly gay. Because if you're a man and you say boyfriend, you're definitely gay. But if you're a man and you say lover or partner, it's still up in the air.
that.
And everyone is full of so much shame they can't even admit to themselves.
I
Sorry.
think there hits a point when you're dating someone long enough that it's like beyond boyfriend, but not fiance. So lover, right?
I just say that's my hole.
Pillion.
Pelion. Bunny, if you were starting drag today in the year of our Lord 2026, would you still start drag today?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I
Do you have
would.
like an internal need? Like what was it
Oh,
that
yeah.
made you get up in it for the first time?
Well, listen, there's been some friction between the drag and the trans community. And I just want to say, honey, we work with I chose a job where I work with more trans people than anywhere else except maybe a brothel. I mean, I chose to work in the person, the queen, Tasha Khan, who I worked with, Chattanooga's own bubbling brown sugar,
Tasha
was
Khan.
a trans performer, kind of like Shaka Khan,
Yeah,
but Tasha
Tasha
Khan.
Khan.
And, I idolized her, and that's why I wanted to do this. So it's like there was a Scottish parade, like trans parade or gay parade, and the trans people didn't want the drag queens to march in it a few years ago because it might scare the trans people. I'm like, I know that queens like Meatball are scary, but
Kiss them straight.
give me a break. That's not inclusive.
Yeah.
And so there was a short minute where the T wanted to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
The LGBT. So I never know, but all I know is that I have a life of befriending and and being inspired by trans people, and I cannot imagine that there's friction between trans people and drag queens.
There's a lot of trans girls in LA that like they will start doing drag and then they'll transition and then they're like, I'm not gay no more.
Right.
And they're like, I'm a straight woman, and then you never see them again.
And I think a lot of that is,
that's their right because they
of
don't
course.
want
but it's also fueled by the like right wing MAGA.
Yeah, I think that's
like
the
all
thing.
of that energy where they're like, I just want to live my life, and this is like the path of least resistance if I don't align myself with.
spooky, ookie dookie
But they've
queen.
always aligned themselves with us in club. I mean, we sit there
Of
doing our
course.
makeup
Of
together, and we
course.
know about whatever whatever you see on Pose. So I just
That's what we
well,
talk
I mean,
about.
Pose is
Whatever
so
you see
real.
on Pose.
No, the thing
yeah,
I
but
did-
this is an
Pose
unprecedented.
didn't whitewash the HIV,
No.
AIDS.
No.
It didn't
Correct.
whitewash the drugs or the prostitution. So, I loved Pose.
Period.
Period.
Were you ever on it?
No,
Gotcha.
no.
If you could handpick your ideal lineup of comedians
Yes.
to do a roast
Yes.
of
About you.
Oh, wow.
remember when they made her lay dead in a coffin on Drag Race?
Did you like that?
Well, I had said I'll go on Drag Race over my dead body, and Ruth found a way to make it work.
No, but if you could handpick a lineup for your roast, who would you put in it?
Definitely Joan Rivers, and
Does she know that Joan Rivers is dead?
well, I thought this was a fantasy.
No, yeah.
Sure, yeah,
scenario.
of course. Yeah, no one would ever produce
I
a roast of you.
I
so
do
it's
like
fantasy.
old comics, so I like Phyllis Diller and Margaret Cho. I love Moms Mabley.
Wow.
Did you ever see the documentary about Moms Mabley?
No.
Do you know who she is?
Yes.
So she was a bull. Like had a publicity photo of her in like a man's gangster suit and all groomed, and she wasn't unattractive, like that. And then 6 girls in bikinis,
Oh, wow.
beside her, and no one on the Chitlin circuit where she performed with other black performers would ever dare say a word because she was so talented and funny that they had to put her on last every time because she brought the house down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So Whoopi Goldberg produced that. It's actually a great little documentary.
And there's a Wanda Sykes plays her in just a brief moment on the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel where they get like a little view into that world. And it's great that they had Wanda, a gay woman, play a gay woman.
Yeah.
Don't you just want to see gay actors play gay roles, Bunny?
No. I mean, I this is such a weird.
Gay
Guess
for
what?
pay.
I don't really care.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't care anymore. Who
Right?
cares?
I mean, I want them to be good.
That.
Obviously, you don't. I mean, it would make more sense if you used less Felicity Huffman to play trans roles because they're going to know they don't need to learn anything. They don't need to. I mean, they're already trans.
Yes.
So, but at the same time, when this dialogue all started, what did Laverne Cox, Miss PC, go and play? A sweet transvestite from Transylvania.
the Rocky Horror
So why are you
Liar.
taking my gigs? bitch?
Wow.
Wow.
I guess we'll see
Miss
this.
PC.
Miss
Well,
I love that that's her new name.
She wore a wig like this one time too, Miss Laverne.
Oh, remember when she was
tiny
going
little
through
wig.
it after that show got canceled?
Yeah.
What's making you laugh these days?
Your makeup?
Thank you.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
No.
And we'll take a break on that one.
yeah, we'll be right back after this.
No, wait. Let us.
What
let
is
us-
making me laugh? I don't
Yeah.
have a TV or any streaming services.
What do you do at home?
Put files on her desktop. You should
Yes.
see the desktop on her laptop. It's crazy. It looks like a magic eye.
I'm a news junkie. So, but what makes me laugh? Oh God! Well, I'm gonna go see Margaret Cho tonight.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And Dina Martina and Matteo Lane at a benefit for the Lambda Legal. That's the
Love
Saban Theater.
Davina.
Dina.
Martinez.
I love her.
Love her
too.
so much, can't remember her name.
She's nuts.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she is.
I got to finally meet her in P-Town.
She doesn't break character.
Couldn't care less. No, she was out of drag, so I don't think she wanted to be talked to.
Yeah, well, sometimes she's a little like that, but it's and when she's in character, well, I mean, I know her, so she might be different from me.
Yeah.
But like with Tammy Brown, you never know whether she's in character or out,
Correct.
or whether she's just crazy.
I think she's just f***ing crazy.
A great wardrobe just comes down to having a few pieces to mix and match well, and that is why we love Quince.
They've got everyday quality essentials that really hold up.
Think lightweight cashmere sweaters, linen shorts and bottoms, and tees in 100% Pima cotton.
And Quince works directly with top factories and cuts out the middleman, so you're not paying crazy brand prices.
So obviously there are like fancy special things from Quince, but I love the staples. This polo,
Oh.
Quince. You've seen me in I have a hoodie, quarter zip pullover. The Quince products are high quality and perfect for mixing with everything in my wardrobe.
Absolutely. And I loved their cashmere zip up hoodie. Guess what? They have a cashmere polo. It's amazing. It's so soft. And everyone asks where I got it. And
that's
you can
your
wear
vibe.
But yeah, the cashmere polo. Very me.
So stop overcomplicating your wardrobe and get yourself a few pieces that actually work with Quince.
Right now, go to quince.com/sloppy for free shipping and 365-day returns. That's a full year to build your wardrobe. And love it! You'll just love it, I swear! And you will. And guess what else? They're now available in Canada.
So don't keep settling for clothes that don't last. Go to quince.com/sloppy for free shipping and 365-day returns. That's quince.com/sloppy.
Quince! Quality you can count on. Can you tell us what it was like working at the Pyramid Club? When I lived in the East Village, I would walk by it all the time.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you were there then. Oh, but it was still
It was still open.
Oh,
It just wasn't like the Pyramid Club.
Right. Well, so I took a bus from or a van with RuPaul, and I used to go dance for this band called the Now Explosion. And we would just hop up on stage, and we didn't really do shows at that point. We just wanted to be seen and wear crazy outfits. So the Now Explosion got a gig at the Pyramid Club, as did RuPaul. So Ru didn't really have an act then or now, and he had us perform, and it was a very silly moment where I was, of course, drunk. I mean, I arrived at the Pyramid in drag. They made me ride in drag in the van to entertain them because everyone else knows how to drive. I don't drive, so they said that was me doing my penance. So when I would go into a restroom to take off my wig and shave for the second day of travel, they were just howling with laughter, and they were actually pitting me against RuPaul because they knew that we were close, and they were kind of jealous that they had to lug all this equipment and do a band thing, and RuPaul was just up there with a microphone and a cassette. So they were trying to they were trying to put this is the 80s, and so I arrived at the Pyramid in drag, got stinking drunk, did the show last night where I was lip syncing to "I Will Survive." I that was certainly nothing, but I fell off the stage, lost the wig, lost a shoe, but then I got back up, and there's that little part in the song where there's a lull, 2/3 word through. Oh, go on now, go. And so I got up at that point, and the wig was hanging off, one shoe, but it was a survival message. So I was a favorite at the Pyramid and go dance there. So it was a drag owned and operated club, which was managed by drag queens. They didn't actually own it, but it was married. It was owned by a straight guy.
And so you performed there first before you ever moved to New York. You guys were on tour?
Well, that was in New York, Pyramid Club.
No, I know, but you guys were on the road traveling
to New York from Atlanta. So it took maybe about 2 days, and at one point they all went to a thrift store, and I got lost, and there were no cell phones back then, and I have no sense of direction. So it was literally like me with like a fall on my own bangs in some booger drag. I know I had Mary Jane's on side 12. I was young then.
Well, how did you find them?
It was just like after hours of wandering around, I finally did. I mean, they looked like they were kind of getting ready to leave. They probably thought I'd met some man.
Bunny.
There's sexy men in DC.
So who would all perform at the Pyramid? Because you then moved on to be there all the time.
Yes, it's a
Basically
go-go
have
dancer on the bar. They had drag queen go-go dancers.
Okay.
And I would undercut the other girls by accepting $40 payment instead of $50. But my rent was $250. I lived around the corner in your old hood. And, it was I could work 5 times a month and pay my bills.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know, so this
So
was
jealous.
when the East Village was filled with artists and musicians, and you know, it's not the upscale or the NYU students or the pricey buildings.
And when did you start singing? Because if you started go-go dancing and lip syncing, when did you say like, oh, I'm going to do a parody or I'm going to sing live? Well, I remember the first time I ever saw you in media, you were singing live Wet Pussy. What's that song? How's that song go?
Hot, wet pussy, just a friendly little cat. Yeah.
Kiki Balchange does that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
She lip syncs.
Yeah, she
to
does a
it.
couple of my songs.
Come
I wish I would have fought at Fat Slut then.
Yeah. So anyway,
Oh.
the pyramid was.
Come defend yourself on the pod, Kiki. Go ahead.
It was wild. The pyramid was just. I mean, there was a lot of heroin. It was the East Village. You know, it was. I was only in the mood for sex and alcohol, but of course we could not afford anything like, you know, designer drugs, ecstasy, or cocaine. So
Stacey or
that was
Connie.
late. That came later. So, you know, but it was just it was a wild group of people with skinheads at the door, and you know, you would see someone walk in an all gold outfit from the, you know, just as a guest of the club, and it was just like Marlo Thomas came there, Madonna came there. It was a wild little club. Madonna had a friend that worked there named Martin, and we had like a benefit for him when he was still ill. So of course it was. This is why I love Pose, because I watched it not when it came out, but during COVID. And even though this isn't sassy or funny, I saw my eyes out, because when Pray Tell, Billy Porter goes to visit his lover in the hospital, and it's clear that the lover is dying.
Yeah.
And back then I didn't know what to do. Do you go in and just act like nothing's wrong and be the cheerful bunny?
Yeah.
Or do you go in and say, you know, I love you, you were one of my favorite people on this earth, and get it out of the way?
Yeah.
Or do you, as I did, sometimes not go because I couldn't handle the fact that I was sometimes too drunk to know if I was having safe sex or not. So I didn't want to face my own, you know, issues. And so I wouldn't go and visit them. But Pose made me realize that loss is a big, big thing. And it's a part of life. You're going to lose people, and you're going to, you know, there are not giant clubs that pay me and Kevin Aviance and Amanda Lepore to just show up and give us 20 drink tickets to hand out, you know, to people who we've invited. That day is done. And hearing that music impose and seeing some of those, you know, original extravaganzas and whatnot on the show as judges was wonderful. So it was good for me to acknowledge loss.
Yeah.
Because stuff keeps changing.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's cool because that's also a time period where there are still some like time capsule
Sure.
digital imprint. Like you can still go on the internet and find some videos from that time.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people are like, the only memory I have is like this shoebox full of like photos that got water damaged or whatever. But that time period, there's still documentation.
There's that video of Rue walking around in the bodega across the street from the Pyramid Club.
Probably Nelson Sullivan footage.
If you find yourself on YouTube looking at Nelson footage, it'll take you down the rabbit hole.
Yes.
There's amazing stuff of your whole scene from that
Yeah.
time. I remember watching a lot of that like 5 years ago.
Yeah, and Pickle Surprise, which was
Pickle
Surprise! I was just talking about that. One of my favorite.
How do you feel about pickles? Meatball's grandma makes incredible pickles.
I
Oh,
should
I
have brought you
worship
some.
pickles. Oh, I love pickles.
No, are
I
you
love
a
pickle.
bread and butter? Are you a sweet pickle or are you a dill pickle?
I'm both, but I'm Southern, so I like the sweet pickle.
Dale. I like dill.
I like dill.
I like a
too.
dill. I like a sour pickle. Okay, so we were talking about how gay clubs are changing. Do you think that the gay bar itself is dying off, or is it just evolving?
I don't think that the gay bar is dying off, but some of the gay clubs are dying off, and it's most prominent in the world of lesbians.
Yes.
Sarah Andrews just showed me one of the few lesbian clubs in Nashville that's actually thriving and building like an upstairs and it's called Lipstick. So anyway, it was cool, but the bigger clubs are closing.
Yeah.
And, Brooklyn is now, where I've worked with you, is kind of where it's at for the bigger clubs. And part of it, the clubs did it to themselves with bottle service, where they just got greedy and they treat their customers like a sucker and say, I'm going to charge you $50 for a bottle of vodka that costs, they're going to charge you $500 for a bottle of vodka that charges $50. So, that was just greedy. And yeah, you get a sparkler when the waitress brings it to your table, but it's just,
someone got a bottle.
And they hold up that sign that like says "Happy Birthday."
Oh my
well,
God.
so
I hate that.
one time they called me to
hate that.
Yeah, they called me to DJ at Crowbar, which is a big thing where Tiesto and Paul Oakenfold and the big rave DJs. And I told them, I don't think I'm right for you. And they said, oh no, trust me, you're right for us. And I mean, I didn't really know what they meant, but I didn't know if I was going to have I don't play hard techno or rave music. So I didn't know if I was going to be
What'd you
right for
play?
them. I got there. The crowd wasn't full of it. There were like 20 different banquettes on the former dance floor where, bankers or whatever took their model/hookers out, and
Lovers.
they can't dance. They only know the biggest hits, and they just stand up for the chorus and sit back down. So it's not like a dance, culture kind of thing. And so when I was coming up, it was all about the music.
Yeah.
Who was the DJ? Now it's kind of more like every club or most clubs play the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's maybe it's a top 40 remix, but they don't stray far, from the biggest hits. And this pains me because straight DJs in the disco era used to come to gay clubs to determine what records broke, what we, with our superior tastes, would go for.
Yeah.
And that's gone. That's long gone.
AI DJs.
AI DJ.
Before we had rights, we had taste, and we could wither you.
Put that on a t-shirt, bunny.
Before we had rights, we had taste, and we could declare you're over. Or I'm over you. And, now maybe we cancel them. So I don't know. Maybe there's still some of that.
Well, what's a great song right now? What's going to fill a dance floor no matter what? When you put it on, the girls go crazy.
I love Alex Newell and Nile Rodgers' Kill the Lights. It's not new.
Sing it.
Good. Kill the lights and feel my body.
Yeah.
So good. Alex can wail.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
See
Alex.
me by the
voice.
way that I feel. It's so good.
Yeah. But here's the gag. They originally recorded that with Alex and another vocalist, and honey, they took her off and just gave Alex her own
Both
version.
versions are available.
And you
Yeah.
say, I'm doing the Alex version.
Yeah, well, that's, and I first heard it from a Boston drag queen named Misery who lip synced to it. I said, who the hell is that? And see, that's what I love about drag queens. Always turned me on to different music. When I was growing up, they would do Patti LaBelle, which wasn't on the radio except for Lady Marmalade. Maybe it was on black radio, but they would turn me on, or country songs like the Pussycat song. That's where I heard it. And
Hot.
wet.
Pussy.
So anyway,
It's a good song.
yeah.
Great song.
So that's where that was. That's a song that I love, and I DJ'd at Miami Pride, and oh my God, to see like a huge section of people doing the whatever that hustle dance. I love disco, but I never learned to do that. I can't even do the YMCA.
But you like to move your body. You get out
You like
there
to
and
move your body.
you really dance around.
I
in
do, but I
between-
can't do the choreographed stuff.
So you got to
Yeah.
feel it. You got
I
to
have
feel it
to
from
feel
your
it.
soul.
Well, I mean, I could pretend to feel it. I mean, I don't judge. If you book me
You fake it.
at your party and it's your wedding, I ask you, what do you want me to play? Because it's your party. I can
Sure.
play what I want at home
DMX
for free.
all night
if-
long.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if it's I did play DMX and the place went nuts at this private party where
I
they
bet
said
they
no
made-
gangster rap. They said no rap and no gangster rap, certainly no. And I played it. The security guard that was black and was in the middle of the floor with all the girls around him, like high.
I bet they maybe even lost their mind.
X gonna give it to you. You're gonna give it to you. You know
that's
that
right.
one?
Wait, was that the DJ gig you did without a wig?
Ooh, I was so embarrassed. That was I'd worked for this lady before. I was in between apartments, and one wig was in storage, and the only one I had was a really, really heavy one that I could not DJ for 6 hours in. So I just went without a wig to a DJ gig. I'm non-binary.
No, have
NBT.
any of
Gender
your
fluid. I think that's what
NBTs.
when you're in drag and you have diarrhea, right? Gender fluid.
me right now?
What? Right now, me all the time.
What do you feel like when you see someone else wearing your wig? Maybe it was stolen and it was one of your wigs, and her name was Mother Teresa. Do you remember this? We were at a Bushwig. We were at Bushwig. You don't remember? Okay, never mind then.
Wait, she stole my wig?
She had a wig. I think you took it in to get it cleaned, and then the guy who was cleaning it gave it to her. And then she was wearing it at Bushwig, and she was running from you the whole time.
Oh, how
And so I came
wild.
and got you, and I said, Bunny, that's your wig. Go get it. You don't remember any of this.
I wish there was somebody
you
that
drunk?
cleaned my wig.
What's the alcohol consumption like?
Me?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I was a big boozer for many, many years, but for
Many,
8
many
years
I was
before
a boozer,
COVID,
a loser, and a user.
I quit totally. But I fell off the wagon probably 15 times since COVID. And I wake up, and I sometimes I don't like straight. I don't like spirits.
No, you like red wine.
I like a beer primarily, but it was always so gross because my stomach was already big. And
makes
it was
your
just
balls
even more
swell up.
bloated. And then you're trying to pee. And back then I wore nails. And so you're trying to like retuck and you're losing nails. And then you're nothing feels stupider than a nail up against your.
Yes, and then when you go home and take everything off, just like 2 thumbnails fall out.
Yeah. And so then it's like, what do you do? Do you take them all off or do you leave one on so you can. I mean, it's just it's so weird. So now I just don't even wear them at all. But no, I don't remember that.
It was very funny.
Oh, okay. I had no idea there were thieves in the drag community. Trixie. Trixie.
Why is it Trixie? Why is Trixie a thief? Tell me, because she's a DJ and she wears big hair like you?
Trixie.
Well, some have noticed a slight similarity.
Come on the pod.
She's been here so many
I know
times.
she comes on the pod
anytime we call,
constantly.
she's like, yeah, I'll be there.
She's like, I'll sure come. Hey, so we were talking about dancing. We were talking about
Yes.
moving around. You have
I like to move my body.
you have a famous, iconic way of performing your jokes, borrowed from Laugh-In.
Yes.
Thief.
Thief. Talk about thievery.
Yes. Thieving.
We would like to do some now in person.
Okay.
Meatball is going to sing the song.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just doing this, Diva. Don't go looking
I
for
know
help.
It's not in the outline.
That's correct. So you're going to sing the song.
I don't think I know it.
Doot, 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 doot.
You don't know it either.
Yeah, that's what you.
Well, I
sing the
can do
song.
it.
Well, no, because you got to do the joke.
She can do it
Oh,
both.
okay. Taylor Swift has 3 albums about losing boyfriends and none about sucking dick. Suck a bitch. I name my dog Jake Gyllenhaal. That way I can say I Jake Gyllenhaal. Whew. It is hotter than a spoon at Demi Lovato's house.
And scene.
You got a joke?
No.
Me
Never
neither.
do.
Never do. Never heard of a joke or comedy.
What?
Hey, go ahead.
We have a game.
Yep. Sure.
We have a new game.
Okay.
Is that what we're going to do?
Or you were gonna ask a question.
No, I want to play the game.
Let's play the game.
Let's play
Okay,
again.
this game is a rapid fire game. It's called Opinion. opinions.
That's my opinion.
I'm gonna say something, and then you just give us your quick opinion on it.
Okay.
Gender reveals.
It's not really in my world. I wouldn't know enough straight people who were having kids to even know what, I mean, maybe I know a couple.
Okay, do your gender reveal. Just kidding. Keep going.
Microbangs.
My gender to be decided.
Microbangs.
Microbangs are, well, they used to cut problem children's hair into really short bangs so that they didn't like get chewing gum or get the mess. So it is a look for that was used with certain people.
So a punishment.
So listen, you can look gorgeous with that. I mean, you talk about like Joan of Arc classic bangs. Like she didn't want long bangs that anybody could grab and if that's what they did back then. But I'm not that old. I'm not that
from all the photos.
Ozempic.
I used Ozempic. I have a song about Ozempic called "Is It Ozempic Or?" and it works. It works, and it doesn't work after you stop taking it. The first day makes me a little bit jittery, and but other than that, it just makes you stop wanting to eat so much.
Oh. Cancel culture.
I hate it. I don't want people. Do your thing. I don't have to go to it.
Yeah.
I don't have to. But I don't want to shut you down doing your thing. And the what really brought this up for me is that when Kevin Hart a few years ago was getting blasted for saying that if his son was gay, he would bang him over the head with a dollhouse. I said, I don't know whether Kevin was in a show saying that or whatever. But if that, I don't like to hear that, of course. Yeah. There is homophobia in the black community, so that kind of reinforces it. But if you can go make your crowd laugh at that and you're not actually doing that. But I come from the era of the, I don't consider myself to be pitiful. I don't consider myself to be a victim. I may have been more of a victim of homophobia if I'd stayed in Chattanooga, because a few beer bottles left. But what happened to the part of the drag community that can say, you're 5'4"? It looks like you live in the dollhouse. How can you pick the dollhouse up? Kevin, I mean, so it's like, when did we decide that we were all, victims? I love that T.S. Madison said that she was going through the TSA and the guard was looking at her picture, looking at her ID. She finally said, "Ain't you never seen a named Timothy?" So, I mean, if you're secure in yourself, I mean, some people might say that was, dead naming herself. But if you're secure about it, or you kind of, just need to like master this with a little bit of your own humor and show that you can tell what they're going through or something.
The pendulum swung and it feels like it overcorrected.
Yes.
Right. Well, also, I mean, I'm just saving myself because I do stuff that would be, cancel.
Oh, you are
worthy. Am I canceled?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Monet said you can't get canceled if you stay
your
canceled.
podcast, so
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Did she cancel it or did I cancel it?
Ooh. Situationships.
What's that?
It's like not a relationship. It's just kind of you're in a situation.
Oh, it's like a lover.
No, it's below lover. Okay. It's below boyfriend. And
Well, just I do what I want, so you do what you want.
monogamy.
I think that we're taught with a very, I never use this word because it's PC, heteronormative. I think we're taught in a very heteronormative way that we have to get married and that there's one person for everyone. And I really just don't think that nature bears that out. It's not true. And I don't think long-term relationships or a lot of them even still have sex. So if you need one person to
Step out or
look
take a
after the
lover.
kids, and one person to, get your rocks off. But just be honest with the main person, because that causes a lot of harm.
Therapy speak.
I wouldn't know.
Celebrity apology.
Oh, you don't process your trauma?
Trauma mama.
My trauma is you guys.
Well,
Good.
you amongst everybody else.
Yeah. No, therapy speak. I did have one therapist who was cognitive, what is that called? Cognitive behavioral therapy, where it's like you don't talk about your past or what your dad did that made you feel insecure. Decades ago, you say, okay, what do I want to fix? And then let's work on it. Let's remove the barriers to it. But they were trying to tell me some stuff that was like assertions, like chants or whatever, which could have worked, but I just don't really like that idea.
Do you have a morning mantra that you say?
Today's the day I kill myself. Every morning.
Liar!
Fire Island.
Don't care for it.
Pussycat wigs.
If you have a small face, go for it.
Period.
Randomly FaceTiming straight people.
Hate. It's all FaceTiming.
Putt play.
Putt play. I said putt.
Putt golf. It's where they shoot a golf ball into your butthole.
Yeah. Well, mine's not big enough.
Me either.
Too tight.
Well, I think putt play, listen, everybody enjoy what they want. Someone once picked me up from the airport and they had putt play magazines in the car. And I was like, I already am a dork. You don't need me to put on hot masks. Just pull it out. No.
And those masks have a smell, girl.
Well, I mean, I don't know what they're made of, but listen, if it turns you on
Neoprene.
and it doesn't hurt anybody, go for it.
Neoprene, which holds the scent and the sweat.
You got to
But you can
You're
also
supposed to soak it.
soak
You can
it in
wash
the
neoprene.
vinegar.
They don't. Being late to the gig.
Being a no-show to the gig. Remember that?
Oh,
I don't remember that at all. What are you
You
talking
do
don't? We
remember
talked about
that.
it for weeks and
I don't
weeks on
remember.
this podcast.
What do you mean?
When
Well,
she slept through the gig?
She
Yeah.
recently sent me a text, and the last text I had sent her was, "You've made an enemy for life."
That was so
It
funny.
was so
that's
funny.
my role in society,
Yeah.
just to make enemies. So, late for a gig. Well, I mean, I'm one of those that's 5 minutes late, and but you don't really have to worry that much. I will be there, and I will be ready when I get there. So it's a drag queen's curse that many of us are a little bit, creative with time.
Yeah, I
but
know.
nobody's going to. I was early today and Monday.
you
You
were
were
other
a
day.
full
So-
hour and a
She was
half early.
2.5 hours early on.
Well, I don't trust LA traffic.
That's
And
what she said. I was like, "We're not in LA. We're in North Hollywood, honey."
oh, excuse me.
Being AI art.
Well, it's like if you can do art and then you do AI, I think this is still developing. Of course, I put something that was AI up today because I like the message. I didn't generate it. Someone else did, and the internet is a sharing culture, and I like the message. So I posted it, and I blocked a couple people that said, delete this AI slop. Because you've got to, first of all, I didn't think it was slop. And also, I will block a couple people who just don't seem bendable. Maybe you could say to me, well, this is draining all the water and the electricity in neighborhoods of color or poor, neighborhoods, and I would, but not everyone, like the Monday, Alaska knew that, and Willem didn't. Not that Willem's dumb.
No, we didn't say that.
Yeah, who said that?
Who said that?
But
James? What was that?
anyway, so I mean, I it's like if you paint like a Picasso, which is like something that the child could do themselves, and that's all you can paint. That's one thing. But if you can paint beautiful, realistic paintings, and you decide to do something in the Picasso vein, somehow that seems more legitimate. If you don't need AI
Right.
to do it, but I don't think that, I think AI is going to take over our jobs, and maybe not ours, but that was one thing in the writer's strike a couple years ago, was that they wanted to capture people's images and animate them, and for a one-time fee. So you wouldn't get paid to start a movie, you would get paid to
There are AI podcasts that are fully generated fake people talking about nothing back and forth, and those clips make
this
their
one
way
of
on
them?
social media. There are fully AI generated podcasts. People talking about nothing, going back and forth, and those clips make it on the internet.
Yeah.
There are fully... I'm just kidding. I'm trying to do a bit. Didn't work.
I was scared for you for a second. I
You
was
thought
like,
I got
hit
stuck
her.
in the loop.
Slow walkers.
I hate, and I'm a fast walker, and people often complain, but I love to walk, but I like to get there. And also, it's my main form of exercise, walking.
Virtue signaling on social media.
If you really, really care about something, then by all means, post about it on social media. But if you're doing it to have a popular position, or or if you're doing it to be well liked, I can't stand that, because you're never going to really be able to count on that person. And I'll give you a kind of example. It's like when Target a couple years ago put out Pride merch, and then the Republicans complained and they yanked the Pride merch. Now, one thing that a lot of people on the left do not know, that the person who designed the Pride merch was a trans man from the UK who took a picture that said Satan loves pronouns with devil's horns realistic grafted onto his head. So even though I'm not religious, you know that's going to bug people.
It's going to ruffle some feathers.
You know that's going to ruffle feathers. So if you really, really care about it, by all means, post about it. But if you're just trying to Bad Bunny's another thing. You can like Bad Bunny's show and be a Republican. You can dislike it and be on the left. Yeah. I don't care for his music. He's very sexy. And, I didn't really have
his Calvin Klein ad.
I would have liked to see him a little bit more. I would have liked to be the fluffer on that Calvin Klein ad.
Oh, you thought he had an innie?
Not an innie. But... No, I just thought I thought it was wild, because a Puerto Rican friend was posting that he didn't care for the women with their ass out twerking. He's from Puerto Rico. He's a little older, and he said he didn't think that was a good representation of Puerto Rico, and that's his right. He's a Puerto Rican. Most of my Puerto Rican friends said we love it. We're proud. It made us feel good.
It's the name of this segment.
Opinion.
Opinions.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And finally, one last celebrity memoirs.
I'm going to write one.
Really?
Oh my God, you're going to be crazy. Do it before you get too nuts.
No, I've spoken to, or too senile to remember. Wait. I think you missed the boat. I think we might have missed that boat. No, I'm going to write one, and I've spoken to a couple of publishers. It's just me getting into writing regularly. I do take notes about stuff that I want to remember, and just so that I don't forget about them when I'm actually putting it all together.
That would be beautiful.
I don't read many books now, but when I did, half of Americans don't read one book per year, and I am one of them. So, sorry to admit it.
I am two of them.
Same.
And you are three of them.
Yes.
Well, we don't have attention spans anymore.
No,
TikTok stole my brain.
I read some pages of a book yesterday, and or 2 days ago, and I felt so accomplished. Like half a chapter of a book, like 8 pages, and I was like, I guess I'm in grad school. Like it felt.
I read a Chelsea Handler book last year. Easy to read, and I was like, "Ooh, I did it."
Yeah.
I read a whole book.
Well, you just get out of a habit,
right? All right.
Well, thank you for playing Opinions.
That's my opinion, Bunny. We need to read books, you guys. Right?
We got to read a book.
I guess we read a lot of posts on the internet. I don't know.
That doesn't count.
We do, but now
it's not like I'm not reading.
If I see a post and it's just words, I go, "Oh, that's good for you, girl." I'm not gonna, or I'm sorry.
Go off, sis.
No, it's like good for you, or I'm sorry, I'm not reading all that.
Yeah.
But check it. the articles are written by AI now, and you can always tell it when the first paragraph is the same as like the fourth or last paragraph, because they're just going on, what AI can find out. And listen to this. I Googled. I was working with a promoter in upstate New York who works with Darian Lake and Mrs. Kasha Davis, and I kind of Googled the thing, and AI had gotten the wrong idea and said that Darian was performing at a Republican benefit, and I just asked him, what's going on with that? He said, no, that was completely fake. It was AI. This could be very, very, damaging.
We've already got enough misinformation out there.
That's right.
That's so crazy.
But when people hammer me for the AI, I mean, honey, I don't do internet on the phone. I do it on a laptop because I don't see that well. But I can't tell, even on a laptop if something is AI or not. I don't have the skill set, and they're getting, better at it. But we are. We all have confirmation bias where we look for things that reinforce our view that we already have.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of us, I'm not going to say I'm the most open-minded, but a lot of us have firm, opinions, and our algorithms support that. The articles that we're shown, and even the headlines, which can be a little misleading because the news wants the clickbait, because you used to buy that newspaper.
Yes. I will say I'm always very you do post a lot. There's a lot of like journey to go on to read all your posts and follow what you're up to. There's a lot there.
Are you typing those on the computer, Grandma?
That's what she just said.
Wow.
But
that's crazy.
It is very admirable to me that you're like, now, I don't know about this, and I wasn't a fan of this thing, but I do see a valid point in 30% of this argument. Like, you're very discerning in that way. And like you said, a lot of people want that confirmation bias. They only want to go after what they believe in, what their friends believe in, and that echo chamber. And that just isn't the way of the world. People believe different things. Everything is a gray area. And for us to be in a place where we're not discerning, where we're not looking for the truth, where we're blindly believing everything, it is a dangerous place to be in. And so it's good to be questioning.
Well, I agree. And I haven't gotten in touch with her yet, but I saw some headline in Them, which is very divisive.
Yes.
And they were saying that Lady J, the trans person who helped write an episode of Pose, she's also a harp. She's a musician.
She's a musician.
I think she plays the
pianist.
piano.
And I think
She's a
she wrote
composer.
a musical or something.
Yeah, she's written a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
she's
so
had a pretty big rise in Hollywood over the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and she and I were friends when she lived in New York, and before she transitioned, and now she's had a lot of surgery, whatever. So Them came out and said that she, Psy is problematic because she's pro-Israel. Well, I'm pro-Palestine, but I don't like taking someone in the community and saying, oh, Psy, let's cancel her, because she feels this way. I would rather talk to her and say, why do you feel this way? I looked it up. She comes from a Christian home somewhere out in the boonies. There are a lot of people who support Israel who are Christian because they see the war in the Holy Land as leading to the second coming of Jesus. I don't believe it. So maybe her parents were one of those. And what I ask people when they're asking for perfection is that, did you get rid of all of the things that you were told when you were a child? The religion, the gay stereotypes, the self-hatred? No, you can't just do it. I'm 63 and still rebelling against my parents.
Period. It's hard.
Yeah.
It is a hard thing to navigate.
But I think we should try to understand why people feel a certain way. And we could easily reject them and say that's nonsense and you're bullshit. But you know what? I have the best time talking to Lyft drivers. One of them
You're over there
them off.
Yeah,
Oh, come
slanging
on.
your bean.
Well, one
back.
of them,
come on.
attractive. This was a 2.5-hour ride from Omaha to somewhere else.
In a lift?
You go.
Yeah.
You cross state lines.
There was no direct flight, and I wasn't going to zigzag in the winter and have
And do you
flights
just
canceled.
click that on your phone and be like,
One of them will say yes.
No, this was an arranged driver. This one, but I have done it in a lift. But he said he was worried about China and Russia's dirty bombs. I have no idea about that.
That's what
but
I
this
call my
was
poop.
hey, that's your morning mantra.
China,
Get
Russia-
rid of this dirty bomb.
China, Russia, and your dirty bombs. So we had a fascinating, conversation, and he actually took me somewhere I could never go, into the black barber shops because twice as many black men voted for Trump in 2024 than they did in 2020. And he told me why. He was promising $6,000
Yeah.
a stimulus check. He was promising that military guys that they were going to get some money. I don't think that any of that has
No,
never
materialized.
did. None of it did.
So
He's denied saying it too.
yeah,
crazy.
I was, that gave me some insight. I just didn't, know. But another thing I have to say is that almost everybody votes for their bottom line. If there may be wealthy philanthropists who will vote for a candidate who is not going to make them richer or who's going to tax them more because they want to be taxed or whatever, and they're really great people. But the bottom line is that if you're struggling, you are voting for whoever the person is that you think is going to make you do better. And
Yes.
a lot of voters looked at Trump in 2016 and 2024 and said, him rich, him go make me rich.
Okay.
Now, I don't think
quote your family like that.
so. I would have looked at Trump's business record to see had he was a lot of his success from selling the Trump name with these big, ventures, and then walking away and the investors losing money, and he's like, because that would I wouldn't try, but. Biden's economy wasn't doing well. Trump's economy isn't doing well. But
Some would say worse.
People who were struggling to buy eggs,
Yes.
under Biden, they needed a release from that. So I think we need to just be more frank and admit that most people, except for some, wealthy, are going to vote for their financial bottom line.
And the majority of people are going like, the election comes now. They said eggs will be cheaper, and I'll get a little check in 8 months. Okay, that's my vote. Like, that's as far as they're thinking. They're looking out
Right.
for their family and their number one. And that
Right.
it doesn't go deeper than that because life is hard and they have to handle it.
Right. And another thing is that when Biden was running, before he dropped out of the debate, if you're an average guy, straight guy, no.
Yeah, meatball.
If you're an average straight guy
Yeah,
and you
right
want to
there.
put food on the table and you want a job that pays okay, maybe to send your kids to school and keep the country safe. You don't have an opinion on abortion or immigration. You don't have a hard line. I'm on the left. I'm on the right. I'm a libertarian. You don't have that.
Yeah.
When you are given the choice of Trump and Biden, whose mind is declining, you may well pick the because you don't know that business interests really run the country,
Right.
and that they're going to run him whether Biden's senile or not. So
Halliburton.
yeah. I mean, so if it's very involved, but I wasn't interested in politics until 9/11.
Sick. Can you say it?
Sick.
Perfect. You know what that means, Bunny.
You know what it means?
Say what it means.
Say what it means, Bun Bun.
You need to borrow some prep? I don't know.
Ooh, actually,
Well,
running a little low.
it's time to get sick with us, Bunny.
That stands for
Me?
Yes.
slutty, iconic, chaotic, or kinky. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna spin the little sick wheel.
That's
Okay.
right.
And you're gonna throw your little ball in.
Okay.
Your little tiny pink ball. Now that
Now
they're
that-
smaller.
Now that they're drained, drain your nut.
So
funny.
nothing makes your dick look smaller than a grapefruit-sized scrotum
Was it that big?
after the operation. Would you like to check out a
Send me
photo?
some pics.
Film those two feminine hands.
Yeah, one with one's
Touching-
feminine.
touching in the corner.
One's
You ready?
Yes.
Spin it.
Go for it.
Don't throw it. Just throw. Oh,
I won. I won.
you got it. Do you want me to get it? I have a clear path. Okay.
I cheated.
Yeah, just play.
drop it in.
Just drop it in.
Okay.
Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Oh, it landed on I for iconic.
Iconic.
Do you have any iconic sex stories from your history of back when you used to have sex, Grandma?
No, but I was delighted to work with Mistress Isabel Brooks for a party called Stoned with Alexis Kmiek, who was a nut. And I was wearing a really big wig because I hadn't gotten this one styled and I couldn't really wear it in a cab. So I took it off and was in drag and left the thing. And a hot dog vendor outside, Muslim hot dog vendor, go figure. And you know, was like giving me the business, and I gave him my number.
What do you mean?
And he
when
tried
you say give me the business, what does this mean?
looking at me and wanting it, and then he then was like, "Come over here behind this truck or whatever." And I think I thought it was funny because everyone was like looking at me like, "Is she really going with the hot dog vendor?" And it was like I squeezed his. And it was hard. And all I've got to say to anybody that wants to call me trash or a slut or, you know, whatever, is that if your dick can get hard from looking at me with no wig on, you're my kind of guy. Because it's gonna if it's gonna come off anyway.
Oh my God!
So what was he like? What did he taste like?
Oh, we didn't. That was all we did.
He just grabbed
He just grabbed. Yeah, I just grabbed it.
And what did he do to you? He touched on your body?
Well, she said she's
You know how he was very, very closeted.
yeah.
But you know, sometimes the hot dog vendor might set up shop outside of a gay bar because they want to explore where to put their meat.
With the ladies.
Like that Uber driver that used to always pick me up
And drive you.
and drive me. He drove me for close to a year. Every Monday, he'd pick me up, take me to my gig, and then pick me up from the gig and take me home.
No charge?
No charge. Not once did I have sex with him. I didn't know he was into me. I didn't know.
And so, but he didn't charge you?
Never charged me.
So obviously he was into you.
Wait, someone liked you? And
I
it
was-
wasn't for a sexual.
No,
Well, he was interested in sex.
he wanted sex, but I don't think he was like. I don't think he wanted to ask.
Oh, he wanted you to make the first move. He wanted you to take those nailed hands and reach up front.
It was after the gig, so no wig, no nails.
Well,
On the way there, wig on.
drag queens all know about cab drivers and how easy
What
they
do you
are
know
to
about
get-
cab drivers?
Oh well, I mean, in New York, it's all about cabs.
Yeah.
So, it was always
And you could always tell 'cause
wild.
in New York, because they had the divider, they would say, "Come sit up front."
That's right.
Okay, so what were like the things that you would know that it
'Cause I
was
did
going to
that
go
once.
down?
Well, they always start asking you if you're not in drag, if you have a wife. Because they want to winnow that possibility out so that they're not coming onto a straight guy.
Okay.
And so, after that, they'll just start asking questions kind of related to sex. But if you're in drag, it is a magic experience. And I was coming home from some big event, like a launch of something here in LA, and I had a few cocktails and was basically this Latino guy was driving my Lyft, and we were just smoldering. Look at me. We didn't even need. See, that's the thing. I don't even need to have the sex. I just like a little bit of the intrigue. I don't need the actual penetration
Just eyes in the
or
mirror.
the jizz or the I don't.
I always need.
Do your men not?
No, I
He drains
never,
their nuts.
I never heard. I haven't heard in a while.
Oh, okay. Well, that's in my new show, Money Butcher's Broadway. All that come on.
Is that your new show?
Yeah. I have a new show about Broadway that's opening April 9th in Washington, D.C. at the Funny Bone or Improv. I don't know.
Look it up.
It's because Don't Bring the Kids has been touring for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run out of places where I haven't done it. But
Got
this
it.
show is the only show I've done in 20 years that was mostly new.
Wow.
Nude?
Yeah, you're gonna get that
I
ball
want
out.
to attract ticket sales.
Mostly nude. What?
When are you doing it here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring it to Catalina this spring.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Is that just called the Catalina Club, or is it on Catalina Island?
It's called Catalina Jazz Club, and it's in Hollywood.
Why is she chastising me? Have you ever been to Catalina?
How dare you? How dare you not know the location?
Yeah, there's dolphins.
I've never been. I've heard it's cool.
You've never been?
It's a great
It's
place.
Catalina Island?
Yes.
No,
No, that's what I'm talking about.
But she's talking about the Catalina Club,
I know, the Jazz
which is
Club.
the Jazz Club, and it's in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's right
Yeah.
down
Have
the
you ever
street.
been there?
Yeah, it's up the street from the Condom Hotel.
It's great.
right,
Love it.
right.
Great acoustic.
What was it? The San Vicente Dump Hotel? Because I've stayed there.
La Brea, the La Brea Inn.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What-
her.
You've been. You don't need a key card to
Yeah.
walk around there.
They leave all the doors open.
In fact,
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure. Listen, when I have a hotel, not looking for action. I'm looking for sleep.
relaxation.
So if all that's going on, in fact, I tell venues and stuff, don't put me at a party hotel. Somebody wanted me to put me at that gay hotel that's in Berlin and Barcelona. What's it, Axis or something like that?
What is? I think it is Access Hotel.
Yeah. Oh, girl, that was wild. Now, I didn't know this, but
The
I had.
music is bumping throughout the whole place.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's like a gay club in the first floor, right? Yeah.
Right. But so I got there and I was in Barcelona to sightsee and I put the do not disturb sign on my door and went to bed early. There's a knock on the door after I go to sleep and it's this tall, German guy. And he said, "Do you know what time it is?" And I was like, "Why don't you go to the front desk and ask what time it was?" And so he said, "I said I have a do not disturb sign on the door." He said, look at it." I looked at it. It was "Please disturb" or like something said like anybody come in. And I was like, are you that? I mean, it wasn't bad looking, but I was like, are you that desperate to where you're just going to knock on the door and you want anybody that answers? That's
Kind of a fun adventure.
Yeah,
I mean,
kinda
but
like
that,
that.
you must be really versatile.
Kind of like the smell of it.
All the way down the hallway. Oh, hallway party, huh?
But then
I brought hot dogs.
Berlin Gay Pride was trying to get me to stay at the Axel or Axis or whatever it was, right as monkeypox was happening. I'm like, I am not staying in a bathhouse.
We know
Who
someone.
knew you were such a prude?
We know someone. Yeah, you used to be fun. What happened? You used to fuck strangers.
I still do occasionally.
Well, Dipper, do you have any sex stories you'd like to tell?
I f***ed a twink last night.
Go on.
I felt like you.
Coming into my space, my territory.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need to see photos of him.
I hated that you
Came to mind.
came to mind while in a sexual environment, but it was very hot. It was really great. I
They
would
have so
say
much energy,
how
and their butthole is right there. You know what I mean?
it really is. That was what I was gonna say.
Their butthole is just there.
I was like, here are the cheeks. Here's the
There's-
church. Here's
here's
the
the
steeple. Look inside. Baby, I fucked his asshole.
maybe you could use that in your new show.
what do you mean? The ass is right there. Where
well,
would
like
it be?
because there's
when
not a
you
lot-
usually
We
big boys, the cheeks are here, and then you sort of you move them once, and then you hold them back, and you move them a second time, and then
okay.
that is where beyond the
crest.
discoloration, that is where the
I don't know
butthole.
what that is.
It's for people of size.
I'll say this: you gays are fascinating.
Thanks.
Thanks, mom. And so, but
twink-
with the twink, you just go.
If they just bend over, you could see it.
Literally, he did that, and I was like, "Oh, I can eat your ass from across the room." The hole is so prevalent, incredible. And I will say, it was like twink body, but he had a beard and he had a very
You have to show me a picture.
furry butt.
You have to show me a picture.
Drives an electric car.
You have to show me a picture.
It was
I
great.
don't want to know if we've double dipped.
Shout out to you. That was fun. He did call me baby a lot.
Well,
Which
now,
Well, that's better than dad.
No, in the text it was daddy, and I was like, I can get into this, and I messaged him. I said, "You're going to do everything I tell you to do tonight," and he said, "Yes, daddy." And I was like, "Okay, we're going to do that."
That just give me a headache. My chronic illness is flaring up.
well, now I have a little.
Your chronic illness is disgust.
I have a little health warning. Because
What?
Don't follow in your footsteps. What's the health warning?
Yeah, don't be me. I was told by a dog owner friend that when we were deciding to go to the gay park or to the regular park, don't go to the gay park because the gays are eating ass and then their dogs are licking their face and they've all got Girardia. And I was like, I don't even know what that is. I know Girardelli chocolate, which comes from the same region, but I don't know. I don't even know what that is, and I don't want to find out. I think I have enough bugs.
So you don't like eating ass?
Wait, that was good.
But I don't trust
The whole park is Ghirardelli.
the people who I hook up with. I haven't known for very long, so that's out of the question. Yeah,
That's kind of like her.
That's me.
No,
I have
say
to know you because I got a really bad stomach infection one time, and I don't want to do it again. It was worse than Giardia.
I always just tell them prepare.
Is that what made your stomach swell up so big?
Yeah, I still have it. It gave me a chronic illness.
I just tell them to prepare my meal.
Well, listen, to each his own. But
Ew! No, you don't say stuff like that.
I would do that if it was like a regular who I was kind of aware of their habits or thought I was aware.
How
But
your ball gets so big. Like him.
yeah, he's not going to want much action, and he washes his and underwear so that there's no on it. Because so I
he's
know
got to go back to his girlfriend.
That's exactly right.
He washes his own. Oh, so you make him pre, and then he's got to wash out the underwear.
Well, I mean, he washes his dick and is very careful about like draining it so there's no extra post. Somebody's sniffing his drawers. His mama, his wife,
His wife.
girlfriend. I don't know.
Let
if
me
you just-
smell
what if
yo.
What if you just
Remember that one?
threw him out? On
Wendy
his way
Ho.
out?
Who will not return my calls?
I don't think she'll return to the industry.
No?
I think she
After
gave up.
working with Bianca.
And on that,
We've made it to the end, Lady Bunny. Thank you for
Thank you
being
so much for
here.
being here.
Oh, I want to stay.
So you
you
have
gonna stay in makeup all day?
For a bit.
yeah, it's funny doing it for a bit.
Doing it for the bit.
Yeah.
We are you have ongoing shows. Don't bring the kids.
Yes.
You're launching Bunny Butcher's Broadway.
Yes. In
And-
DC on April 9th, and the venue is something fun comedy club where I was last year.
So where can people find out and get more get tickets?
Flipphoneevents.com
that.
has
Flip Phone.
all of the tickets. And then I'm also going to be DJing at Play Nashville and performing in Louisville. And I do my annual Pride DJ gig at Denver, which I'm doing again. I've done it for like 4 or 5 years. It's so much fun. It's like an outdoor thing, and it doesn't rain there, and
I
it's not
love.
humid. So it's
But you're up so
it's
high.
brilliant. But yeah, I'm getting around. I said time to work and then stop.
Time to work and then stop.
I mean,
And then when you quit drag, are you going to be like one of those elusive queens that like we never hear from again?
no, I'm gonna die on a stage.
Period.
Bunny slayed herself. Yes.
You got one more joke for us? You want to sing the song?
The New York Times reports that an ancient skeleton with syphilis was found. I hope that's. I can't even remember the joke. I hope that's all that's wrong with RuPaul.
Very good.
Thank
Roasting
you,
your friend for
everybody.
decades. Thank you so much for listening to the show, everyone. Meatball, why don't you give us the outro?
Thank you. Hey, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Sloppy Seconds. You can send us an email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com or call in with your own sick story to 213-536-9180. And don't forget to like and subscribe so don't ever miss an episode that come out every Tuesday and Friday. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Mom.